Canny little scrum half he was, then became Pontypridd coach.
7 voices, wherever it is on the field for 10 minutes. Help each other, guys. Chase everything. Over the attacking front. We're looking good. Right, keep possession. Accuracy, guys. Just 10 minutes to wait. 10 minutes. Heads up. This is not this. We're going to see if it kick up. Really keep that down.
Well, as you said earlier, Keith, how often have we seen Fiji come back? And for Wales, they mustn't sit on their laurels.
The great final against New Zealand last year when they won 35 to 48. Many times they were behind and came back. New Zealand came back and got ahead in that one as well. A brilliant game. But this one is shaping up to be another Hong Kong classic. Proud red dragon flag waving.
They've been waving a pretty lot in the UK of late.
They have. I wasn't going to mention it, Nigel. Look, Wales beat Kenya 19-0 in their semi-final, sitting on the same score in the final.
Well, you see, some of these young players from Wales have seen victory over Fiji in Port Elizabeth. They beat them in the plate final. They beat them in Dubai in the plate semi-final, and they don't have the fear that others do. But who knows? It's a full 10 minutes, remember. Lee Williams again. Oh, a little knock on there. Craig Price gives advantage. There'll be a scrummage. One senses somehow that you'll see Fiji come back with something and put on some pressure on Wales, which really haven't had any as yet, have they?
No, they've not had next to none. They've had a dream run. They've been so powerful, so potent going forward. And it seems the whole part of the game has been played in this side of the halfway line. Injury. Injured player coming off. 3-man on for Wales.
Take the ball line.
It's number 6 is on. Colin Nisau, and here he goes. He's a brilliant runner, this guy. Yeah, but blocked, knocked down. The referee says no knock on there. Still in, he's playing advantage. Advantage over, he calls. Now it's with Tanai. Oh, nice work by Fiji. That is Nangusa. Tanai again. Colin Nisau. And Colin Nisau comes off the bench and scores. Fiji are on the board. Is this the start of a great comeback? There's plenty of time. 9 minutes still to play.
Key man is Colin Nisau. That's his 43rd try. By far the most experienced player in this squad, and well, he's been starved of most of this season. He's only played in the Gold Coast, which was the first tournament of this season. A wonderful, elusive player. So they're on the board, and Mulivoro, one of the new players in this squad. 3 new, have never had played before. Look at that, absolutely perfect conversion by Emosi Mulivoro.
But so the try and the conversion scored by men who have come off the bench in calls since the second half began by Coach Inderi. So 19-7 now. Price, Jones, Webber. He's got real gas, this guy, but it's a bit slippery. And lost forward from a knock forward by Fiji, says referee Van der Westhuizen.
Another change for Wales. Unsurprising, it's good tactics that, because they were certainly running out of gas in the semi-final. So on comes Richard Smith, a 25-year-old tall guy. He is a good player, yeah. He's scored tremendous tries, over 28 in just 11 tournaments. Can Wales stay cool?
One against the head.
Absolutely, and in the hands of now Colin Nisau again. Such a danger man. Colin Nisau, look at that. There's the brilliance of the man. Osea Colin Nisau. Is he going to turn the game over?
Now, if you were watching recent seasons 87s. You might not recognise this guy. He's the guy that had the big woolly lion hairdo. But it's all trimmed down now to racing speed, isn't it? Look at this. And he, well, a bit of surprise that he wasn't in the starting lineup. Look at the smile as he goes in. Oh, see you pulling this out.
Within 5 points, suddenly things are turning round. Can Wales keep their hold of teamwork?
Wading into this one is Adam Thomas. One on the Fiji side for Betamalua. Will they come again? Oh my goodness, this is put down flying at the corner. Is very, very 3 tries in 2 minutes since the half time. The game is all tied up.
Absolutely extraordinary. Well, it's just a transformation, isn't it, from the start of Wales with their 3 quick tries, and then now in this same half of the field, Fiji 3 tries equaling. Very, very well. He's scored 8 tries in this tournament, top leader, and this 24-year-old. Well, perhaps he's got the genes in the body from his uncle Rambaka, one of the great players. The conversion isn't over, so it's still all square at 19 all.
And Alex Webber has gone off for Wales. The new man is on the field. But look at that. What a transformation. 5.5 minutes to play in the 2013 final. And Thomas waited for it to bounce out, and it just did. Now, Lee Williams, he's one of the key guys for Wales because he is so crafty and experienced. Was the only one in that World Cup win. And they're going to see if they can get it out to Corey Allen again. But in the meantime, this is Matthew Putner, who's had a good Series 2 coming off the bench for the Welsh. Let's see what's builds here. Nice run by Richard Smith off the bench. And a penalty. Smith takes it quickly, keeping the Fijians pinned back. Where's Corey Allen? There's 2 to the left here. Oh, and Allen tipped it on. And he's gone down. Well, heavily. Made a decision there, Nigel, just to tip it on, and it didn't work.
It didn't. It was a gamble.
And now it's a Fiji try.
Inside their own 22. What an encounter this is. 19-19. Fiji, the reigning champions here of Hong Kong. And again they go, as they love to run. Very, very. The danger man upfield. This is Tingar. He covers the ground with that long stride. It's on the bounce. Goes off the post. And a relief it was for Wales. It wasn't the kindest of bounce.
What a race back by Jason Harris. Harris to save the day. Let's look at the drama here again. The referees will knock on and go by Fiji. And Harris got back and played it with his foot there. And, yeah, he must have touched it behind the goalpost. We didn't see it. So it's a defensive scrum for Wales. I think that's going to be the call.
Can you go?
Changing again with Masalevu coming on for Fiji. Now, golden chance, perhaps, if they can do as they before, get the ball against the head. They haven't, so Wales have it. Lee Williams, coolly done, kicked away sensibly by Rhys Jones. Is it still in play? Yes, it is. Look how coolly they've moved. This is Tinai sending it over into Masalevu. They don't stay on their feet, and it's a chance for Wales. Remember, it's 19 all.
And Big Harris made that tackle at the halfway line after saving the try at the other end.
Corey Allen, that wonderful beginning of the first half, and another penalty here. They're giving away penalties are Fiji. Lee Williams goes wide to Harris. Jason Harris. halfway through the gap. Lee Williams, it was dropped by Richard Smith. He was in under the post if he'd held on to it. Well, look at the exertion of these players.
Looking at the time ticking down, we've got to remind people here that if it's 19 all at the end and 2.5 minutes from now, it'll be extra time, knockout, sudden death, all of that. Knife edge.
Well, can you imagine?
Aren't these guys feeling it?
Absolutely, they must. But it's Wales with the put in.
Harris is coming off, he's subbed off. A hero coming to the sideline for those last 2 pieces of play on their own.
Here's the chance, perhaps for Wales. It comes back deep into Rhys Jones. Desperate now. Fiji trying to turn it over. But Wales have still got it, and they've got an overlap if they can use it. Now it's on Alden Thomas, the captain. Still in the 22, but, well, beware the Fijians on the counter-attack from their own 22.
And so it's with Mulevuro. And looking to probe the middle. They've got great runners in depth.
Look at this. What has he been since he came on? Absolutely brilliant. He's the man who's turned it over.
A triple treat in the second half from Osia Kolinisau.
Well, what a turnover. 19-0 it was Wales. And it's still with Wales 19, but it's Fiji with 24.
And at the moment we've got to salute Inderi because he kept Kolinisau out of the game till the second half started, and he's made a fantastic difference to them now. It's 26-19 with just seconds to go in the game now. Look up at the clock, it's inside the last minute of the game now.
Extraordinary, isn't it? Kolinisau hasn't scored a try until this final, and now he's got 3, and it looks as though he may be the team to have made it win.
So it's lost forward from Wales. They need to get a 7-pointer right here, right now, to tie the game up, and just 30 seconds remaining. There is the inscrutable face of the Fiji coach, Alafereti Inderi.
Well, he's had those. Well, so many people have said he's not done a good job with Fiji, but my goodness, what can you say now? They won the first tournament in Gold Coast. It looks as though they're going to have and keep the Hong Kong champions here.
And so a great role by Corey Allen has come to an end. He's limped off the field to be replaced by Jack Phillips. And this probably the last play of the game. It's on the Fiji side. A drop kick for goal. Goodness me, by Kolinisau. That would have been a real showpiece.
Quite a clever move, really, wasn't it? Because it used up the time. Except, what about this? Was the man in front? I think he may have been.
I don't think
he didn't drop it. He didn't do it. It wasn't a drop goal. They've won.
It's over. There is the man who turned the final on its ear. Osia Kolinisau with 3 brilliant second half tries, and Fiji are home again in Hong Kong at 26-19 winners. But we salute and celebrate a final from 2 teams, especially the Welsh, who led so well in the first half, but they came up against a great Fijian performance, especially in the second half. And there is the other side of what these young men play for. Disappointment, devastation and despair at losing, celebration at winning, but now honour and respect to each other on both sides of the result.
Well, I think we said at the half-time, don't believe anything. And there is Tamasi Thama, the father of the wonderful player who plays for New Zealand, and he was a wonderful player for Fiji. Tamasi Thama, he won here in the Hong Kong 12. His son, and now here his father is here as well. Absolutely wonderful. So let's go down to the pitch and hear the latest.
Ose Kulunisau, Ose, what a comeback. How did you do it?
It's not us, it's God that helped us to reach. We've been coming to this tournament, and a lot of people wrote us that we weren't going to make the quarterfinals. But we want to say something, that God still lives, and that without His power, without His presence in our life, we couldn't have achieved what we achieved today. It's beyond explanation.
What is it about Hong Kong that brings this magic out in Fiji?
I guess we are destined to play in Hong Kong, and the crowd here is lovely. And because of the people back home, especially the children Sunday, we're having back home. This is for all the children back home. So we really wanted to win this because of children Sunday happening back home.
You're the first team to win 2 cups this season. What does that mean too?
There's more to work on. We hope we can build on this in Japan next week.
Surevi's been with the team. What is that little stardust sprinkled on the team this week?
He has done a lot with us, speaking to us before we enter the quarterfinal, semi-final, and the final. We are grateful for him for giving his time and coming and help the boys out with the preparation.
Well done, Ose. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Well, in amongst them, Waisali Surevi, not in the picture at the moment, but he was there with them, and he was a man, of course, who was, just a legend, and he won the Hong Kong Sevens.
That's his daughter, one of his daughters, and that's his son in there. Waisali with the red cap on. There's Waisali Surevi and the whole family
4 times
there.
he's won the Hong Kong Sevens, and he had, of course, that wonderful presentation as the Hall of Fame from the IRB on this very day. What a performance. Well, it's all compensation, isn't it, for Wales? But, okay, they have come now through to their first ever cup final in the HSBC Sevens series, and all credit to them. They really put the game down to Fiji. They really did. And they just couldn't hold back Fiji from their absolute brilliance in that second half. And so the presentation will be made here with the Fijians holding this title as Hong Kong champions. And previously that it was it was in the Rugby World Cup Sevens in 2005 when they won here. And here they come now, leading up there with the presence of Brian Stevenson of the Hong Kong Rugby Union, Trevor Gregory, the chairman of the Hong Kong Rugby Football Union, and C.Y. Leung, the chief executive of the Hong Kong Special Administration Region. That's really, I think, Keith, isn't it? The joy of these Sevens. It's always unpredictable, not over in just the tournament, but in a game.
And it's a celebration of what has taken the sport from this tournament and its wonderfulness up into the Olympic status next time. Look at this for Fiji 2030.
Those who criticised what was happening with the selection in the Fijian squad with Alavareti Deri, I think they may think again, because he has held the blue ribbon of the Sevens, the Hong Kong champions, 2 in a row.
Wales coach Paul John. Paul, you have played your part in a magnificent match, but I'm guessing that's scant consolation now. Yeah, of course it is. You know, we're in a position to 19 points up. You know, the boys played excellent with the ball. And then to be fair to Fiji, second half, every kick-off they took and they scored the points. You know, we had a chance towards the end. You know, decision went against us. You know, that's unfortunate. But, you know, can't fault our boys' effort. They've been outstanding. They've had a great tournament. Even to get out of the group we were in, we were chuffed to bits with. But they've responded really well and taken that extra step which we haven't taken before. So just got to take a lot of confidence from it, and challenge now is to do it again next week. You know, same challenge performance. That's always the biggest challenge for us. But from our point of view, it's been a great tournament. Can't fault the boys.
Thanks, Paul.
She said, thank you.
Well, he should take some compensation at least for the fact that they made through to the Cup final. Wins over Australia and Argentina, of Canada and Kenya.
Remember the famous scene, Nigel, when Sir Every's son was on the shoulder in 2005 at the Rugby World Cup? This is the same lad up on the shoulders of the Fiji team again.
And there,
Coach Ali Ferrete and Ali Ferrete, what a comeback. What did you say at half-time to provoke that response?
The boys a bit riding on the semi-final win, so they're a little bit lax, so we have to wake them up in the second half.
Sir Evi's Hall of Fame induction this weekend, was it written in the stars that it was going to be Fiji's weekend?
Yes. For this win, there's a lot of things. Means for Fiji. First of all, it's a Palm Sunday. Second is we've got a new aircraft. And thirdly, Serevi inducted into the Wall of Fame.
Do you have a message for your people back home, Ali Ferrete, just finally?
I think this is for the children back in Fiji. Before I came, I was farewell in Batutu Church, and my message to the children to be obedient and be disciplined. And this is for all the children in Fiji.
Your team is magnificent. Thank you very much.
emotional and wonderful, wasn't it, those words? And I suppose we look back on all these wonderful tournaments and say, this is the most least experienced team that has come to win the cup final in this great tournament.